Hey everyone, so I recently, well, as recent as last year, I started using some of the e.l.f. products. First of all, the company sent me some stuff, and then I was really impressed with some of the stuff that they sent me that I decided to purchase some other things to try out the rest of them. And some of them I really like and other things I'm a bit disappointed in, but I have a good few bits now and I get asked a lot about them, so I'm going to do a quick overview video for you about the products I have and start with the really good ones and just tell you what I recommend and whatever. And I'm not going to go into too into depth because I'm going to do shorter review videos like pretty much straight after this, but like literally just like a couple of minutes on each video, and I'm going to upload them pretty close to each other. But if you're just interested in one product, you can go ahead and see those videos. So I'll just run down through the products I have now and just give you a general idea about them. So first of all, I'm going to start with the brushes. Most of my products are from the Studio line, and everything is pretty much $3.50 on from the UK website, and that's in sterling unless I say otherwise. So first of all, I have the e.l.f. powder brush, and this is the flat topped one. I'd heard a lot of good things about this brush, so that's why I wanted to get it, and I think it's synthetic. I'm nearly sure it's synthetic because yeah, it definitely looks synthetic, and it's so soft, and I'm actually really impressed with their brushes. This I really love for powder, and I also like the fact that it's because it is flat, when you put it into your powder, it's not going to dent it or poke it as much as like a pressed powder, as other brushes. So I definitely recommend this powder brush. I really like it. The only other two brushes I have then are the contour brush, this one was sent to me, and then the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. This one I bought myself, so you can see them there. Both of them are very dense, tightly packed. This one, the C brush, it's very short and dense. I really like it for packing on a lot of colour, and that's pretty much all I'd really use this for. You can kind of use maybe the tip of it for underneath the eye, but besides that, it's not really much good for blending because it's not really made for blending, but it's a good packing on brush. And then this is the contour brush. I do like the contour brush, but I wish it was either a little bit fluffier so that it could be more of a blending brush, or a tiny bit smaller so it'd be a little bit more of a say pencil brush. It's kind of in between, but it's still a nice brush. Now just for package wise, they remind me very much of the number 7 brushes. So this is number 7 and this is the e.l.f. and you can just see they're very similar design and shape and everything. Even quality wise they're very similar, but the number 7 ones are obviously going to be a lot more expensive. So that's the brushes. Then something else I really like are the lip glosses. I have the mineral lip gloss, and this is just a nude. I think it's just like a browny nude colour. Think of maybe like the new Viva Glam Gaga lipstick or lip gloss that's coming out. Really like that. It's just a really basic lip gloss. I'm wearing it now. And then I also have the e.l.f. Minty lip gloss. This one I think is really cool. It's a beautiful colour. It's like a sparkly reddy pink, but it actually has a very strong like spearmint or menthol or just minty taste. So that's that colour there. Some people might not like the taste of it. I really like it. It's just like when you have toothbrush or toothpaste on your lips, but yeah, I really like those. Then the nail varnishes are something else I'm a big fan of. This one is called this one is Metal Madness. I have it on my fingers today, and I've gotten a lot of compliments from wearing this. It's just a really interesting colour. It's just basically a gunmetal with loads of little different coloured sparkly bits in it. And then this is Mango Madness or Mango something. It's just a beautiful kind of coral peach colour. Also I've gotten a lot of compliments on this before. Chip wise they're really not so bad. I quite enjoy it's not a case of they're chipped after one day. You definitely get a couple of days use out of these, so I do recommend those as well. Again, we're still talking about like $3.50 roughly per product, so that's why they're so good. This is the e.l.f. Cream Eyeliner. I definitely think this is comparable to the higher end eyeliners. I think it's really lovely and soft and really fluid. You get a lot in the pot. Maybe comparing it to say the MAC one, the only thing is that it might dry a little bit quicker on the brush when you're actually using it than the MAC one, so you only use a little bit at a time. But besides that, it's a lovely fluid cream eyeliner. Really like that. Another thing I really like is the e.l.f. Eyebrow Kit. So it's this guy here. I got the one in medium brown. So this is the dark brown gel, or not gel, but wax. So this is going to keep the eyebrow hairs in place. And then this is the powder for like shaping and filling in. And then it comes with these tiny little brush, double-ended. Really wouldn't use this at home unless I had to, but it'd be handy just in your bag for touch-ups or whatever. But I definitely recommend this eyebrow kit. I really like that, and I use it quite often. I have it on at the moment. Actually, I'm wearing all the e.l.f. stuff at the moment just to see how they wore. Next would be some of the eyeshadows. So I was sent this one, Mystic Moss, ages ago. Now, it's not necessarily a colour I would have picked up myself, but it's not a bad colour. It's got decent colour payoff. So it's just that really dark kind of grey green. These are nice eyeshadows. Again, I think it's from the Studio range. You'll notice that the Studio range stuff is just way nicer packaging than the other stuff. But this is a nice enough eyeshadow anyhow. I have that on as my main colour. And then one that I bought was this one called Charcoal. Now, when I bought it, I assumed it would be much blacker than it is, and it's not. It's just a really dark grey, which wouldn't really be my my favourite kind of colour. So I was a bit disappointed that it wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be. But I mean, I suppose charcoal isn't supposed to be black, is it? But it's still got really good colour payoff. Maybe not quite as opaque as I would like it to be when you put it on, without a base or whatever. But it's not bad by any means if you like that kind of colour. And then the other colours I have, this isn't from the Studio range. This is just from the general, like the normal range. And this is just a duo eyeshadow in Mocha Swirl. So I actually quite like this one. This highlight I use quite a lot. It's just a really basic white cream highlight, if that can be picked up. And then this is just a really nice kind of warm brown, really good colour payoff, and I believe these are more like 150 rather than 350. So I would recommend this one. I suppose I don't know the rest of them, but they're nice eyeshadows. So all the eyeshadows seem to be nice. Now I was sent some of the palettes at Christmas as well. I used the 32 piece palette for a while and I did really like it. I even used it in one of my tutorials, but I gave it to one of my sisters just because they didn't have they don't have half as much makeup as me, so I didn't keep it. And it's not because I really didn't like it, but it definitely wouldn't be as great quality as a lot of other palettes and stuff that I have. But for the price, I think it was maybe like £9. It was a little bit more. It wasn't bad by any means, especially if you're starting out. And then I was sent another palette, but I gave it away in a giveaway, so I can't really talk about that. Now, one thing I'm absolutely in love with is the eye transformer. A lot of people go on about these. So it's this, they're just really sheer, like off colours. So this is like an off green, like pearlescent sheer. And how it works is you put them over a base, so it'll completely change the base colour. So say with this colour, I'm just going to pop some of that yellow on top. And I don't know if you can see, it just completely brightens it up and changes the colour. So I'm a big fan of these. I love every single one of them, and I would highly recommend this. It's beautiful over any dark eyeshadows. By itself it'll give a lovely hint of a colour, but that's definitely one of my favourite parts of, or pieces of, any of the e.l.f. stuff that I own. Another thing I really liked but I was very disappointed with at the same time is this e.l.f. Shimmering Facial Whip. So it's like an illuminator. The packaging broke. This whole thing just broke off. So I suppose you do get what you pay for a lot of the time when it comes to packaging. I love the product though, so I was able to save it and I put it into my own little pot. I have it on me today and it's my highlight, if it can still be seen. So I liked it enough that I didn't want it to be wasted and, you know, for it to be thrown out or whatever. So I have it in my pot. Luckily I had that, and I really like that. So I'd recommend it in the hope that this was a once off and that the packaging doesn't always break. But like I said, this would be more of the 150 range rather than the 350 range. Not that there's a massive difference, but anyhow. I have some of the eye pencils. These are very, very soft coals with a bit of glitter in them. They're almost too soft. When you top them, they break, so you might want to stick them in the freezer. And I'm not really a fan of these, to be honest, because you put them in the wash line, they just don't really last. The glitter will, you know, can be irritating, and you can smudge it around the eye, but I wouldn't smudge it without setting with the powder, so the glitter would be covered anyhow. But what I think is absolutely class about them is the fact that it has a little topper or a pencil pair or whatever you call it there in the lid. So even if I don't keep these pencils, I'll still keep the lid and use them for other pencils. So I think that it's just a really, really good idea. I was given a contour blush, definitely really not my colour. So I was given this colour, it's called Glow. Now it's nice enough as a, see on me it's too pigmented, there's too much colour in it to use it just as a highlight, and then as an all over cheek colour it doesn't really suit me. So what I've actually been using it more for is as an eyeshadow, to blend out my eyeshadow. I don't know why it's so hard to open, it normally isn't. I probably have this in back to front. Whoa. So this is the colour anyhow. It's actually a beautiful colour. It's like a peachy coral colour, but it would definitely suit slightly darker skin tones rather than mine. I think this is more in the 150 range as well. Not bonkers about it. I do really like the e.l.f. lip liner and blending brush. So this is, it's basically, you've got your lip liner in this side and it's one of those ones that you twist up. This lip liner is really nice. It's got a lot of colour payoff. And it's in a nice nude, kind of naturally nudey, slightly brown colour. It goes on really well on the lips though. And then you have a lip brush on the other side, which is very, very handy. I keep this in my bag for if I need to do touch-ups or whatever. So I really like this one, and I think this could be from the Studio line as well. But I just think it's very handy. They do a lot of these dual things. Another one that they do similar to that is the eye primer and lip sealer. So you have your eye primer, which is basically like a big concealer, and then the lip sealer, or the eyeliner sealer, sorry, it's eyeliner sealer, is in here. Now, application wise, if you were to apply this directly to your eyeliner, I think it would get dirty very quickly, so I'm not bonkers about the applicator. And then I have used this and it's fine, but it's just not one that I reached to before other primers. But if you are looking for a decent, like inexpensive primer, it's definitely not bad. I have heard that they have a better primer, one that's in like this, you know, this kind of tube. So I don't really know what that is like compared to this. But this isn't bad by any means. And then I got a blush from the Studio line. This is in the colour Gotta Glow. I really, really like this. It's more like a highlighter. You wouldn't really call it a blush. It's just a pale gold white. And I think this is a really, really, really nice highlighter. I use it underneath, you know, my brow bone with my eyeshadow, as well as on the top of the cheekbones. So I kind of use the whip one for daytime and then this for nighttime. Really good size product as well, again 350. So I really like this one, and it doesn't go on like really powdery or anything like that, so I would recommend that blush. I got the Complexion Perfector, which is like those 4 colours, if you can see that, you can see it there. So you get like yellow, pink, green and blue, or green, pink, yellow and blue, whatever. It's a nice soft powder and it's meant for colour correction, so I will be going into that more in my shorter videos. I kind of would recommend it. It's not a bad powder, so like I said, I'll go into it a bit more in my other video. Then the e.l.f. Lip Balm SPF 15. It's this guy here, so it's good because it obviously protects against the sun, which is, I think, is important for lips. A lot of people use Vaseline on their lips and they don't realise that that's actually going to encourage sun damage, because, you know, it's a mineral oil and it's oil, and it's really not good for your lips. So it's good to have an SPF in it. I have a bit of a love-hate with this, but again, I'll explain it in a shorter video. Getting towards the end, I have the corrector concealers. which are these. In short, I wouldn't overly recommend these by any means. It's very poor colour payoff, but it didn't dry out my skin, which you know, I use them under my eyes. They didn't really do much to conceal it, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but they didn't dry it out at least. But I will make a video about this as well, because a lot of people ask about it. Finally, last three products, the high definition powder. I'm going to make a little video about this, and basically it's very like any other silica powder out there. It's definitely comparable to the like Makeup Forever HD powder. It comes like this with a powder puff in it. This was a little bit more expensive. It was €6. It's brilliant for shoots, or you know, if you need it for photographs. Would definitely recommend that if you're after that kind of powder. I also bought the e.l.f. mist and makeup mist and set. I quite like this in that it does set your makeup without having a really shiny face. Say the Makeup Forever one used to leave quite a high shine on my face after using it. Just not bonkers about the smell. If you want to see a video on, you know, let me know if you want to see a video on any of these. There's a few that I definitely want to do videos on, but if there's anything you really wanted me to like review more in depth, just let me know below. But in a nutshell, this is decent as long as you don't mind the smell. Like, it has aloe, green tea and cucumber in it, and you can, I really hate cucumbers and that kind of like really fresh vegetable-y smell, and that's what it has. So if you can get over that, it's fine. And it's, you know, it'd be good for, again, for photographs or whatever, because it doesn't leave that high shine. And last but not least is the e.l.f. Daily Brush Cleanser or Cleaner. I'm going to do a video on this. I would recommend it for spot cleans, but it's not going to thoroughly clean your brush, and I have issues with what it claims to do. Again, I'm going to go into that in a video. I'm going to like film some of these videos straight away now, so you won't have to wait too long for some of them. But yeah, that's all pretty much the e.l.f. products that I own. To give you an idea of the price, I have my my last like receipt or whatever you want to call it here, and I got 12 products and it came to 48 sterling. Delivery was only £3 or £3.98 and 95 from the UK to Ireland, which is really good. We're not the same country as the UK, which a lot of people outside our immediate area don't seem to realise, so it can tend to be a bit more than that. So e.l.f. tend to have really good shipping. And then one final note is I quite like the e.l.f. packaging. I mean, you can see the packaging here. It comes in quite sleek like containers, but they generally always come in like boxes as well to accompany them. And when I did get all three of the packages I got sent to me, well, 2 were sent, I bought one. All were impeccably packed and packaged and everything. So I know this video itself is quite long. Like I said, it's just an overview on everything, but yeah, there'll be a good few videos coming up now. So I'll talk to you really soon, guys, and tell me what you want to see reviewed if I don't review it, say immediately, okay? Thanks a million. Bye.